Here and he'll talk to us in just a second. Just wait to hear from the bell. Okay, as I said, Michael Wilson, our business editor, is here with us on the floor of City Traders here in central London. Michael, what are we expecting?
Down 300 points, a fire sale they're thinking behind. There have been calls that they'd rather like a rally right now, but I suspect they're not going to get it. We can look at where the down 250 they're saying right now, so maybe not quite as bad as that, but the FTSE is clearly indicating that it doesn't think they were down 178, so these guys are just about right. Let's watch it drop down now. But just rallying very, very slightly, they're saying right now. They thought 2 minutes ago that it'd be down about 300 points. So you can see how febrile everything is. Down 152 and picking up a bit here. They're actually somebody actually predicted that from that desk there. So he's much better at his job than I am at mine. But it's very early days, and
it doesn't really say that much, does it?
Well, no,
you have to point out the fact that it's down that at the moment. I mean, we saw it started actually higher than that yesterday, and then there was a fire sale at the end of the day.
Indeed, so. And the time to look at this is probably they're suggesting here around about 3:30. Also, just like in London, some of the stocks don't actually open. Some of them they don't all open at the same time because there's a lot of adjustment to do between the various computers. So it would be very early to say that we've got any sort of direction here, but clearly it's not positive. I think you can say that right now. And given the kind of fall that we saw last night on Wall Street, 7% is absolutely huge.
And the impact of that on the FTSE is almost off what, 400 points?
FTSE is not doing it's 50 points below that psychological level of 4,000 at the moment. It hasn't actually shifted. Okay, the FTSE is down 357 on the day, so it's not happy. It's not a disaster, but it's not happy. But you have to put this in the context of what people are worrying about. What they're worrying about is a deep worldwide recession now, which is not good for anybody. They're also looking at here we go, and here it starts to move again, doesn't it? So that little rally clearly was not going to go anywhere. Again, early times at the moment. But the problem is that when people don't feel any confidence, then they get out.
We're going to hear from George Bush in around about an hour's time or thereabouts. Yeah. We've heard an awful lot from our Prime Minister and also from our Chancellor over the last week or so. They've put into effect billions and billions and billions of pounds worth of aids for our banks, and still it doesn't seem to have worked. So what's next?
Well, the armoury consists of interest rates right now, and they have that emergency cut, which we did on Wednesday. So, the actual money that is available to help the banks hasn't actually yet been put in this country. It's not actually started yet. They haven't started to avail themselves particularly the recapitalisation.
Presumably,
it should have done, and it did. But until people actually understand how much these banks are in it for, then there's very little they can actually value those banks at, unless it's their natural reaction is to beat the shares down. In the United States, that's 700, they asked indeed 300, see that? No, that's what they were saying at the beginning, okay. And that £700 billion package has grown to $800 billion, so $800 billion package has grown to $800 billion in the United States because of all the extra bits of pork barrel politics attached to it. Doesn't actually happen until beyond November.
This is on about 4% at the moment, we're being told, 350 points or thereabouts down as we speak. 10% is considered to be a crash.
20% is considered to be on the day.
Oh, okay,
yes,
okay. Yeah. So, thanks for clarifying that. So, President Bush, what does he have to say in an hour's time to try and sort this mess out?
He will say, he can only say what he said before. The problem with him is he's not going to be there in November. It's entirely possible that the Treasury officials, some of them may not be there as a new administration comes in. So a sort of an outgoing government is a very, very difficult thing to actually be able to say to taxpayers right now, this is what's going to happen. He somehow needs to be able to say that we have confidence in this, and I have confidence, we will do whatever is necessary, as the British government did. And you remember, you would have asked Gordon Brown this yourself a couple of weeks ago. What does whatever it takes actually mean? He was unable to say that. What it's meant is an enormous amount of taxpayers. Yeah, there it goes now, over 400. That really is now probably quite serious. Are we for? What are we thinking?
Some of the traders on the floor here. 494
down
446.
446. This is actually almost down. Now, if that went to 3,800, you can see over there, then that would be coming fairly serious, and nothing's actually going to pull that back right now. So there we are. It all speaks that that is lack of confidence, that is panic, that is not knowing where we're going.
What does that mean for people at home?
What it means for people at home is that their pensions and their investments are worth much less than they were. Not at the beginning. At the beginning of the week, 500 down. It's down at the beginning. Yeah, 500
like being at an auction.
Well, unfortunately, what's being auctioned is confidence and trust, and that's not good. What it means for people at home is it means that their pensions are worth less, their investments are worth less. Their credit ability, their ability to be able to borrow things is actually much diminished as well. Now, whether you like that or not, that's a natural part of the down 500. They're saying that's the direction of it now. The other thing is, Kay, that it affects their employers as well, because businesses need to expand, they need to take people on, they need to develop, they need to buy new machinery and all the rest of it. And as they're finding credits actually frozen, it's a really serious part of the economy, that, you know, the manufacturing side, not just the service side. People, they're right down now beyond 500 points. See, it is a fire sale, isn't it? It's what they said when they said that they know what's going on. And
talk to us about these guys that are behind us.
Okay, so this is our senior trader here who's sitting there working on behalf of clients. The clients have invested sums of money with this company in various kinds of stocks. These guys are actually looking at what's going on, and their clients are 570 points. 570 points is going down there right now, and their clients who have positions with them are ringing in saying what's going on. So these 600 points on the Dow. This is unforeseen, Kate.
Okay.
I mean, this is unbelievable.
So it's dropped below 8,000 now.
Yeah, indeed. So, yeah.
We're climbing over desks here to try and find out more information.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. So it is absolute carnage. There's no question about that. 650 points down on the Dow, they're saying now.
FTSE apparently almost down 10% again is what
I said to you, didn't I, when it went down 3,800 is being seen now. This is extraordinary events going on. And we'll get another call from these guys now. This is coming up to 700 points down. They're going to tell us in a minute, but that's actually going. But their clients are now ringing and saying, what on earth is going on? What these guys are doing is trying to work it out, and working out a point where they're telling these guys over here as to whether or not to sell the stocks or to hang on to them.
Gentleman here, you say he's the chief of trade.
He is indeed,
when he's saying, ooh,
it doesn't look, it's not good. No, he's been in the business a long time. He's too long, he's saying.
Can we interrupt him? Or?
I'd leave him to it if we may, but he's dropping his comments. How are you feeling right now? Busy, yeah, he's busy, yeah. We should let them get on with their jobs. You can see 689, isn't that extraordinary? Look at that. That's carnage, isn't it?
When do you think it was the last time he saw anything like this?
I have not seen anything like this. This is worse than the 1987 crash in terms of sentiment. In terms of market, that's slightly, I don't understand what he's talking about, I have to say. But in the 1987 crash, that happened just very, very briefly over 5 or 6 days. Nothing like this on the way down now. Now, we're seeing it's turning. See, he's saying now it's turning around. 560 is where it's going to go now. There it is. It's amazing how these guys can read it, isn't it? But it isn't good. Shall we just wait for the next call and see what it says?
Yeah, we need to go to a break, but let's just take one more call from him, and then we'll have to take a break. It's certainly captivating, isn't it, here? Off 547 points at the moment. That's what we're hearing. The FTSE is down considerably. It was, again, off about 10%. It's managed to rally a little bit.
But it's still, yeah, see, it's coming back up in 495 is the next call on that now.
Okay, does that mean it's turned the corner?
The problem is, if I knew that, Kay,
it's like you'd be crying,
exactly. It's a difficult one. But you see, it's come back. So I suppose you could say, and I'm sure that they would get sort of testing some sort of depths at the moment, but it's kind of coming back. Gary over there has been around a long time. Gary, come on, 200-point turnaround, yes?
Yeah, 200-point turnaround at the moment.
Yeah.
When he says at the moment, he's hedging his bets, isn't he?
Doing more than hedging his bets. He's holding on to parts of himself, I would suggest.
So this figure that we can see at the moment, 500, that is going to improve.
Well,
but I mean, the market...
Yeah.
Didn't hear that? What did you say?
Down 460.
It's gone back the other way again. Okay, so it's only been open about 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, the Dow. And as you can see, a bit up and down, and like an up and down thing, I think.
An up and down thing, that's an okay.
Let's leave it at that for now. So that's the Dow Jones, and of course,